My life is an eclectic mess, and I love having random things that I immerse myself in. Hi, my name is Brandy. Some of my accomplishments include wife, mom, friend, honey lady, entrepreneur, and farm girl. Follow along with me as I discover other things I am passionate about. The first on my list is achieving my private pilot's license. Why? Because why not? My favorite thing in life is proving to myself that I'm a badass. Plus, my husband is a pilot, and we have already managed to take the air coast to coast. In my vlogs, you'll see the journey to discovering more, parts of my real life, and places we travel to. So hit that subscribe button now, and don't forget to like my videos. Welcome back! Last week we did Foggle training. It was my first Foggle training. It went well. Foggles, if you don't know yet what those are and you haven't watched last week's video, they are these cute safety glasses that you can only see out to your instruments. Cannot see out of your windows, so you have to fly only by your instruments. So I have a couple hours I need to fulfill for my requirements in order to have that box checked off as well in order to get that private pilot license. And so that was last week. This week we are going to be staying at the Kalispell Airport and practicing pattern work. So we're going to stay in and we're going to do lots of landings and lots of takeoffs so you can see how my landings improve as each one progresses. Sometimes they may not improve all the way, but gotta remember this is only flight number 9 for me and I'm still really new. So student pilot here still, but I am so glad that you're here to watch how I can improve those.
But you can say, if you call taxi, we can cut taxi before them.
Oh. Kalispell City, Cessna 7423 X-ray at Red Eagle, taxiing to runway 31, Kalispell City. I assumed 31 because they went that way and I saw the wind.
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to head out then. Okay, so run up. We did the brakes. Fuel is on both. Trim is probably about right there. Flight controls. Okay, instruments. We're a little bit off right there. Mixture, best power. Primer in and locked. And then now we're going to go up to 1600. I'm angled enough, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go up to 1600 and then we're going to test our mags. So I'm going to push it in for power and my RPMs are over by you. So it is a little tough. I might need to fix that. Okay, 1600. Now we're going to test the red one.
Yep.
The red one.
The red one. Yeah.
Didn't drop that much, right?
Yeah, about 100.
Okay, and then we're going to go back to bolt. And now we're going to test the left.
And it's about 25 maybe.
All right.
Yep, that's good.
Now we're going to pull the carb heat out.
Yes.
And we're going to see where it goes.
Goes down, and I should stay.
And not continue.
Yep, perfect.
Okay. And then the vacuum is right here. We're a little above the green. And the amps and the voltage, that was
down here.
Down there. And we are in the positive on that one. And oil temperature.
There's
and they're
there.
both in green.
Yep.
PSI is a little higher on the green.
Kalispell City traffic, 734 Sierra Whiskey. Departing 31 to the north, Kalispell.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Okay, now we're going to go back to 1,000. Okay, and the throttle friction, that is what I was trying to...
There you go.
All good? Okay.
Yep.
Kalispell City, Cessna 23 X-ray, taking runway 31 for closed traffic, Kalispell City. Closed traffic.
Perfect.
Okay. They must still be way back. No, I don't hear them at all.
Yeah, the red plane?
No, the blue one. Victor.
Yeah, I don't hear them either, so I'm not really sure what's going on.
They're not. Okay. Nobody's in the air. We're good over there. We're going to flip around. Come on. Hopefully your door stays closed.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Come on. Come on. All right, we are center line. I don't probably need to stop, but I do stop.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Feet are off the brakes.
Good.
We're going to give it power, and we're going to rotate at 55. So 40. Okay. We're going to give it full power. Okay, full power. Okay, we're at 40.
You have the prop all the way in? Is it all the way in?
Yep, it's in. It is in. Okay, now we're ready to rotate.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to pull.
Good job. Nicely done.
Thank you. Oh, come on. Okay, now pick a point to go straight to, which is that tip of that mountain.
For Sierra Whiskey 23 Extra, can you hear me?
Yeah, I read you loud and clear, Sierra Whiskey.
Thank you.
What was that for Sierra Whiskey?
I just wanted to know a radio check.
Right rudder.
Nicely done.
Keep it straight. With
Kalispell City, November 958 Victor, taking off runway 31, making left downwind departure, Kalispell.
Nice job on your speed.
Thank you. Now I can turn again.
Yes.
Kalispell City, Cessna 23 X-ray, turning for downwind for runway 31, Kalispell City.
Kalispell City, November 958 Victor, I got traffic in sight on the crosswind. I'm going to extend our upwind for traffic.
What does extend the upwind?
That means he's going to go further out, so he doesn't. His plane is a little bit faster than us.
Oh, okay.
So he's just going to go out a little bit, so he. So
Okay.
that's technically upwind where you're taking off.
All right. Oh yes, we're at 4,000, traffic pattern, pull down to 21.
Perfect.
All right, and then we're going to do our checklist,
Yes.
which is we are going to do carpet all the way out.
Yes.
We're going to make sure that our flaps are, oh, not our flaps, our lights are on, our beacon, our strobe. Then we got, make sure,
Kalispell City, November 958 Victor, left crosswind 31.
equipment, wheels,
And fuel tank.
fuel tank is both.
And you check the tanks there.
Cliff. Okay. And then when we get to 3-1, I'm going to turn down to 15, pull 10% flaps, and we're going to maintain 70,
Uh-huh.
and then we'll turn.
Perfect.
You hear that little beeping?
Yeah, it's probably the strobe.
Oh. I wondered it last time if it was my headphones.
No, it's the strobe kind of makes an interference.
Oh, I forgot to tell you about the, emergency landing when we were down there, about the under 1,000.
Oh, yes, you did.
Okay. We are pulling down to 1,500.
And 23 X, you're staying in the pattern, right?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
So we're going to be crossing top of you. We're climbing up to 4,500.
Probably about the turn base here soon, so.
Okay, ready to turn?
Yes, sir. Oh,
Kalispell City, Cessna 23 X-ray, turning for base for runway 13, Kalispell City. Oh, and nose down.
good.
Okay, we're going to maintain 70, and a little fast. Okay, now I can pull out more flap,
Yes.
so we'll pull out more.
There you go.
Okay, now we are 70.
All right.
Wind was a little bit, so we can turn again.
Yeah.
Kalispell City, Cessna 23 X-ray, turning for final for runway 13, Kalispell City. 70. Left rudder.
Perfect. And now just aim on your pointer first now until we get down in the ground effect, and then you'll move your vision. And you're a little bit high here now, so you can pull out a little bit more power, so you make sure you sink down a little bit more. And work to be, try to stay center line, so you're coming down in the middle of the runway. There you go, looking really good here. Very, very nice. Speed is great. All right, start pulling up a little bit and start looking at the back. You want to pull up a little bit. Be patient. Be patient.
Ooh. Come on.
Good
Hold the
job.
nose up.
Good job.
Okay.
But very nice. Very, very nice.
Ooh,
I mean, you
should
get
have
a
pulled
little
the
about
nose
that.
up a little
Just
bit.
a little bit more patient, and it would be like super soft. But very good job. Your whole pattern was awesome. Speeds were good. Everything was good.
I just need to not be so high on the final.
Just at the end there, you know, just be a little bit more patient. Just keep pulling it up a little bit more so the nose will be even more higher. Just think that you want to stay in the air longer. Just think, I'm going to stay, I'm going to stay,
Okay.
I'm going to stay, I'm going to stay.
Gonna stay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, come on, get off. They did come up fast on us, didn't they?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that thing was a lot faster.
Yeah, it is.
Come on. All right, so we are centered. Okay, so I'm going to take my feet off the brakes, and then we're going to start giving it power, and we're going to give it all power. Kalispell City, Cessna 23 X-ray, turning 4, final for runway 31, Kalispell City. Okay, now we're going to turn, we're going to take out more flaps. Okay, little fast. So I'm going to pull the nose up, but we need to go down, so I'm going to give no power a little bit.
Perfect.
And then I'm going to maintain 70, but we are at 70. I'm a little low, so I need to give it a little power.
Good. Perfect. So give it a little power.
Just to get over these guys.
Yeah.
Okay, now I can give it no power. Go
Yep.
take out power. Okay, and
keep
watch
your,
the center.
Watch your speed. Keep your nose down a little bit.
No more power.
Yep.
All right. Oh.
Okay, pull up your nose. Oops.
Oh, I
there
did
you
that
go.
bad.
So
Okay.
look at the end,
Right there.
look at the end.
Oh.
And keep it up. You did awesome the whole way, and then I think you just forgot at the end there to
Yes.
just move your vision to the end because you looked here, right? Yeah, if you look here, you're gonna land just like that.
Okay.
So, but other than that, everything was seriously really good.
Okay.
You overshoot a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, when you were turning final, so you came a little bit pair, and you said say a comment. You said I was a little bit high.
They're going to be inbound.
So I think you were thinking wrong. If you're a little bit high, you don't have to go further.
Okay.
You just have to pull out the power a little bit more
Okay.
to sink a little bit more. So just, you know, you don't have to extend your pattern. Just do the normal pattern the way you should be. And if you're high, you pull out the power. And if you're low, you know, you give.
Okay.
So, but other than that, everything was seriously really, really perfect. Your speed, you kept the altitude, you know, it was awesome.
Okay.
So, good job.
Okay.
Just, I'm going to remind you next time and be patient. I'm going to say short final. I want you to be patient.
Yes.
Don't land it.
So tonight's lesson, we stayed at Kalispell Airport and just did pattern work. And so we took off. When I say we, I'm flying it and my instructor's in the seat with me. And so take off, turn for your crosswind, turn for your downwind, and turn for base and final and land. So did that over and over and over. By the time I finally got a pretty good landing, because I did bounce again tonight, somehow I lost my patience. So instead of just hovering over the runway and you just lose lift and you go down, I end up just going down and then I bounce. So we practiced quite a bit of that tonight. I can't remember. I should have looked in the logbook how many that was logged. But by the third to last one, it was pretty good. The second to last one, we tried to do a second one to reiterate that one I did, and then ended up having to do a third. I kind of joked with her about, I felt like I got in trouble, and instead of, hey, you need to go write 20 sentences, it was, hey, you need to go do another pattern. Although each pattern does get better, and I found that a few of them I was coming in high, and then you have to descend really drastically, right, to get to where you need to be. And then I finally got to the point where I come around and I had the right glide path, And there was one time I came around and I had to give it power because I was a little low, but I landed all the landings on my own tonight, but I still don't feel confident doing it as a solo. But I turned in, speaking of soloing, I turned in my solo test today. So I was given my test yesterday, and you have to fill out this little test and give it to your instructor before you can solo. That's one thing. And then the other thing was the medical that I already got. So there's steps along the way, and you know, every little bit keeps like checking those boxes, and soon we will have a pilot license, private pilot license. That's a wrap. That was all my patterns. So you learned what part of the pattern it was. So when you're taking off and you turn on your first turn, you got that crosswind, then you got your downwind, you got your base and final. So you got to learn a little bit of the verbiage there. But as you can tell, I improved somewhat. I'm still fairly new, but you know, they claim that here's your pilot license. Now this is a license to learn more. So go learn. But next week, come back next week. I invite you to come back next week. We are going to be doing the first cross country. We're going up to Eureka. My instructor is going to show me the way. We're going to land at a new airport. So Eureka, it's up by Canada. And what's special about that is depending on the wind, if you have the wind going one way, you're going to have to sneak by Canada and make sure you don't cross the air border in as you're coming into land. So you kind of come in a little high because it's just narrow. And one of the obstacles when you are kind of skinning at the end of your downwind leg, you have to go around this big hill that this house is sitting on, which has an awesome flag up there so you can also see the wind direction. But yeah, you have to skinny by that, come around, miss Canada, and oh, and there's also a mountainy thing over here. So it's really, really narrow. So you come in and all these things are going. So you really do have to multitask well. See you next week.